I know there's not much over here, but it doesn't hurt to check. You know, you know, you know, you know, you know. So while I'm looking for this, I guess I can go ahead and give a little bit of a backstory as to the reason why I'm doing this, and to the reason why I don't really care for everything there is about YouTube fame. I kind of got started in this entertainment side of things, and what I mean by started is I started consuming this entertainment in my middle school years, and ever since I viewed a particular person, I decided that I wanted to. But then everyone decided they wanted to, and I knew that I would be drowned out, in this particular moment in time. So I decided not to do it now, or at that time. On top of that, I didn't have access to, the latest games. I had older games, and I didn't have a computer, and my parents couldn't really provide me with a computer that I could edit off of, and you know, I feel like that it was probably a better thing for me not to do that at that time. So it's a good thing. But yeah, maybe this is pretty simple. Yeah, the first playthrough I remember ever watching was by SSOHPKC. Um, he started off by doing Mario hacks, and then he went in and he did Fallout, and that's what really grabbed me, was the Fallout games. And that introduced me to Bethesda, and that introduced me to a lot of the other games that we had. Yo, where is the centipede thing? There's a centipede here. No. But yeah, I wanted to do that, and it actually was a lot of fun. It was a way for me to kind of experience the game without actually having the Xboxes or PlayStations to actually play the game. So I utilized it and didn't get a whole lot of schoolwork done in the meantime. But hey, I'm here now and I'm better than ever. So, uh, time progresses, and SSOHBKC, or Seamus, he became part of the Creatures, which introduced me to other content that I actually really enjoyed, Minecraft in particular, which led me to the world of YouTube. Essentially, that was my gateway drug into YouTube. And Seamus has kind of kept a place in my heart for, nostalgia and just in general, just fun that I remember having. Back then, YouTube didn't require you to have an account to view some of his content, which later on I think some of it was labeled mature. I could be wrong about that, but because of the language and everything, and nowadays it wouldn't have flown very well. So yeah, I kept on watching his stuff, and he kept on coming out with really fun things. And for a while there, I didn't like horror games, and I still don't per se. I'm getting over that to a degree, but I still don't like it as much. Now, I want to kill you first. Now, yeah, somewhere. Bye. So yeah, he kind of did his own thing for a little while, and I actually really enjoyed it. He got a hold of or the creatures got a hold of him, and I loved watching that content. Introduced me to Gassy Mexican and Uber Haxer Nova, and, Sly Foxhound, a couple other ones, uh, and then oh, that's my one. Got it. And then all of a sudden, creatures were no more, and that was very saddening. Because, well, I mean, I say no more. It's not like they just went away overnight, but a lot of things happened in the creatures, and it caused a lot of problems, and people left. First one that I remember was Gassy. He left first because there was issues with a couple of the other people that he was with, and he later came out with a video, and he was like, I hold no ill will against anyone, it's just we don't jive, and that's fine. Which was really cool. I thought it was a really neat way to approach that, and you don't see a lot of people doing that these days. If they have drama, they're carrying it out, and they're taking their head with it, and it's just not fun to be a part of. So I don't know what he's talking about here, but I think I'm just gonna yeet myself off the yodel and just go with it. Come here. What's nice about these? You don't fall off the edge. Bam. You don't have to go careening over the edge in order to catch him. Hey, big boy. So yeah, then not too long afterwards, I believe Seamus left, and I kind of followed him. I didn't really stay with the others. I kind of went with him and what he was doing, because he was. It's a weird way to say this, but he was my first YouTube guy that I came across. Again, nostalgia just kind of made me glued to him essentially. So yeah, I kept on watching his stuff, and then years later, I got busy and I kind of stopped watching a lot of YouTube as it was, and I did not know I could do that. Cool. Yeah, so years go by and I got busy and I grew up, and less time for. Oh, that really scared me. Less time for YouTube, less time for things that I really enjoyed. Really? Thank you. Ashes of War, Sacred Blade. Heck yeah. Let's go, boy. So yeah, it just life goes on, and then I kind of forgot about Seamus for a little while, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know what I haven't watched in a while, and I haven't watched Seamus and stuff. And I think literally not too long after that, he took his very long time off, and I remember thinking, man, if and I know it wasn't my fault, but I remember thinking, man, if I would have been there and liking his stuff and showing him that I was a fan, he wouldn't have stopped. And that was very naive of me to think, because he had other things going on in his life that I can only imagine just how crazy it was. So anyway, long story short, 2 years go by and he finally comes back, and I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. I was so ready to watch all the stuff, and I relentlessly watched his stuff. In the meantime, I found Game Grumps and a couple other people that I really enjoyed watching. By the way, D marks the area on your map, and this is the area that he marks. We shall travel to another dimension. So, a couple years or a year goes by, and he's doing all these games, and my apologies. He's doing all these games, and it was just really fun to kind of be back in that nostalgia. By the way, this is an area that you don't really want to mess around in and faff about, if you will. But yeah, it's really. Oh. Yeah, don't go that way if you value your runes. But this is the guy that he sends you to. You can easily walk through him and be like, hey, guy, I got some root for you. Want some root? Yes, please.
I smell it. Death.
Smelly smell.
Tarnished. Bring more death. I shall grant thee eye and claw. Feed me more.
Don't touch me with your claws. Okay. Bye. All right. So, I believe the Beast Eye. It will basically guide you to more Death Root that you can bring to him. I'm fairly certain that's what that means. So yeah, that's fun. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back here because there's a map that I want to get. Actually, there's a couple of maps that I want to get, and excuse me. I don't want to be in Calid. Calid sucks, and I'm not even leveled up to be in Calid. So screw Calid. We will eventually be venturing into Calid, and just not right now because that place is god awful. Sweet. Piggy, go home. Still don't know what this is like. I can examine it? Oh. Whoa. Uh. Oh, I didn't realize that I could actually do that. Alright, cool. Bye! Where are you bringing me to, dude? Walking really fast. Please don't take me to that here. Because he's very hard. I feel like he's sleeping. He's going fast. Nope. Try not to aggravate. Where are you going? Can you walk any faster? I've never seen this before. I have no idea what this is. Come on, my guy. Let's go. Hmm. Does he just take me there? You know, this game doesn't intend to jump scare you, but there are a lot of jump scares for me. Up. There's that dude. He's really cool. I like him. Alright, so I'll come back to him in a minute. There is... Sorry to everyone. I currently have an internship, and he was letting me know that we're good to meet up on Friday. Hope I can edit that out. Aggressive. This is a really, really, really cool area, and I wish that I was powerful enough to go through it, but I'm not. But it's a really neat area. And there's a couple more just like it. And if my game would just stop freezing. Alright. Just keep on going down, 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 into the depths. Into the great unknown. Look at it. Well, we're not there yet. Still got a long way to go, baby. Look at all that. Look at that! Oh! They outdid themselves. They really did. We're still not. That just gives you so much scope. Like if I jump right now, I'm dead. Now it's fine, but it's so insane. It's pretty too. But yeah, Seamus took his kind of 2-year hiatus or 1-year hiatus, I can't remember. Came back for a year, and now he's kind of gone again. And he explained in a video that some stuff was going on, like right before Christmas, and I really hope that he's doing well, and really hope nothing bad happens to the cats, because that's what he was talking about, and I really hope that he's just doing okay, because he seems like a really genuine person, and I thoroughly enjoyed listening to him. I'm like pretty much the exact opposite whenever it comes to personality-wise, but his sarcasm is so funny. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Anyway, so that's kind of my history, and one of the reasons why is because of Seamus. I really enjoyed his content. I want to pursue it in a way, but not really. Like this is definitely not going to be my main thing that I want to do. But what is that? That's new. Golden Centipede. I've only found one other one. How do I get up there? These things hurt. So I'm going to try to do as much as possible. No. Great place to get a whole bunch of smithing items and items in general. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Trying to get out of the way of that. Jeez. Let me out! You can go the other way, but there's still a lot of dudes over there, so I don't recommend it per se. There's that small ground over here. Hey, look, there they are. And this is one. It was kind of blowing kisses my way. I guess it's... Alright. Drink up, boys. Me hearty ho ho. So, yeah, I don't plan on doing this for my career, but it's a hobby, and I want people to see my take. It's interesting. I'm in film school right now, and one of my projects that I took, or in my photography class, I had a very random assortment of pictures, and people were like, "Oh, I don't really see a reason for these pictures," and I said, "I have a reason, but it's just a very dull and clueless one. But my reasoning behind this is I want people to see what I see, and in the way that I see it. So what I would do is I would go around my small town that I'm currently living in, and I would take pictures of certain areas. That armorer's cookbook that we just found, desperately need it for later on in the game, so it's best that we found it now and don't have to worry about it. I might as well just return and level up, because I have a lot of runes on me. So I kind of want to get to a place where I'm in a better position for this. Also, pretty certain I have enough smithing stones on me. I do. Don't have enough for that, so that stinks. I'm not going to worry about those because I'll eventually get rid of these. Really, it's just the smithing is what I'm kind of worried about. Should I do